Yes, students. Now we will see what are the additional topics covered for CS executive in value of supply topic. Guys, there is something called as valuation rules. When we cannot calculate the value as per section 15, then we need to refer to valuation rules. And valuation rules is a part of your syllabus. We'll be learning it. I will just give a background about it. Guys, we have already learned that as per section 15, value of supply means what? Transaction value. Value of supply means transaction value. What is transaction value? As per section 15 subsection 1, it tells price is actually paid or payable for the supply of goods or services or both. Then the supplier and recipient are not related and the price should be the sole consideration. And if all these three conditions are satisfied, then transaction value will be the value of supply. And they have also given in section 15 subsection 2 few inclusions and section 15 subsection 3 which talks about discount which has to be deducted while calculating the value of supply. Yes, sir. Now, sir, if any of these conditions are not satisfied, any one is missing, can we determine the value of supply as per section 15? No, not possible. Not possible. So if you come to this page, which I will show, page number 109, you can see I had given you. When we cannot determine the value of supply as per the section, then we need to refer to the valuation rules. And that is a part of your syllabus. Just write that referred to. Just write you. Just write page number 109, guys. Just write there. Referred to supplement study material. Refer to supplement study material. Yes. Shala. We will see what is it. Whatever I have given in green color, it is already there, but let me read it because that will give you why we are going forward for valuation rules. Supplies where value cannot be determined under section 15.1, section 15.4 and notified supplies given in section 15.5. As of now, there are two things, guys. First, let us focus on 15.4, which talks about valuation rules. Section 15.4 lays down that where subsection 1 is not applicable, that is, sir, value of supply is not a transaction value, sir. Why? Out of the three conditions, one of them is missing, sir. One of them at least is missing. Okay, that is, if the transaction is with a related party, that is supplier and recipient is a related persons, and or price is not the sole consideration for the supply of goods or services. For example, sir, there is an exchange, sir. My old laptop has been exchanged for new laptop by paying some amount. So there is an exchange value for my old laptop plus some amount is paid. Some consideration is paid. Okay. Then the value will be determined in the manner as may be prescribed. So section 15.4 is telling if 15.1 is not possible, then the value will be determined as may be prescribed in the manner as may be prescribed. Where is it prescribed? In the rules, which means as stipulated in the rules for valuation. So is it covered for you guys? Yes. And also 15.4 done. Now in 15.5, they're talking about something. What is it? Section 15 subsection 5 lays down that in respect of certain notified supplies also the value will be determined in the manner as stipulated in the rules for valuation. Guys, section 15.5 is notifying few supplies, few special supplies where the value will be determined as per the valuation rules, and both are part of your syllabus. 15.5 we will take care later. First let us focus on 15 subsection 4 read with rules. Read with rules. And please be careful, guys. They may ask questions on this. And actually, it's very easy. And please be careful. Here we will see number of rules. We need to follow the same sequence. For example, we'll start with rule 27. 27, 28, 30, 31, 32. Sir, can I straight away go to 31, sir? Can I straight away go to 30, sir? No, no. You have to follow the procedure. If 27 is not applicable, then go to 28. If 28 is not applicable, then go to 28. Yeah, next section. Sorry, next rule. That is 29. Like that. Follow the sequence of the rules. What is the first rule telling about? Guys, I repeat again, please pay attention. When are we applying these rules is, sir, when any one of this is missing, all are missing. Any one of this is missing or all of this is missing. So can we decide that value of supply as per section 51? No, not possible. So that is why we are referring to valuation rules. Okay. What is it talking about? Let us see. Rule 27. Value of supply of goods or services where consideration is not only in money. One of the condition is what? The price should be the sole consideration, which means it should be in money. But sir, consideration is there, but not completely in money. Best example is exchange, guys. Best example is exchange. For example, I am purchasing a new laptop for 70,000, but I am exchanging the old laptop for it, where the exchange value is 20,000. Exchange value is 20,000. Now for the supplier, is he receiving the full consideration in money? No. He is receiving 50,000 plus old laptop for the supplier. I am the person who is purchasing new laptop by exchanging my old laptop. What is the cost of new laptop, guys? 70,000. But the exchange value of my old laptop is 20,000. So that means now supplier is collecting how much in money? 50,000. Is it only in money? No, sir. The consideration actually is partly in kind, partly in money. What is that partly in kind? Old laptop. He received the old laptop. In that case, how do we decide the value of supply? Now for the supplier, for the seller of laptop, what is the value of supply on which you need to pay? GST. That is a question mark here. Okay. Value of supply, that is done. So if you see, this is a case of what? Exchange. In simple, consideration is there in money, but not fully. It is partly. It is partly. Okay, sir. Where the supply of goods or services is for a consideration not only in money, the value of supply shall be. Sir, what if it is completely not in money also? Then also this is applicable. For example, barter system. Barter system. Sir, I gave my laptop. She gave her mobile phone for me. Assume iPhone. Yes, sir. So is it a barter system? Yes. Consideration is not at all in money. Consideration is not at all in money. Okay. In that case, what should we take? Let us go back to our laptop example. The open market value of such supply. For example, if laptop alone was sold, for what price it would have been sold? 70,000. So what is the open market value of the laptop sold by the supplier? 70,000. We need to take that. Or second one, the sum total of consideration in money and amount equal to consideration not in money. If amount is known at the time of supply, simple. What is the consideration in money for the supplier? 50,000. As per my example, 50,000. Consideration not in money is old laptop. Now you need to check what is the value of that laptop. What is the value of that laptop? Assume as per him the calculation is 15,000. The value of old laptop. Or else let us take it as 25 only. 25. So what will be the value of supply, guys, of the new laptop? 75,000. I repeat. First is open market value. Means if new laptop is sold fully for money, it would have been sold for how much? 70,000. Or else from my point of view, assume I am the purchaser. If I purchase only laptop without any exchange, how much I would have paid? 70,000. That is open market value. Okay, sir. Second one is sum total of consideration in money, which is 50,000 in my example, plus amount equal to consideration not in money. How much is that? I am taking it as 25. Now supplier has to check. I received 50,000 cash. Okay, good. Remaining, he got laptop. What is the value of that laptop? What is the value of that laptop? He is valuing it at 25 or exactly 20 or 15, whatever value you want. You can calculate it on that. Clear, sir? He paid. He consider exchange value only 20,000. No, sir. Can he consider that also here? Yes. Whatever value he will value that consideration in kind. What value he will give for the consideration in kind, guys. Okay. As per my example, I am taking 25. So the value of supply would be 75. Okay. Next, value of supply of goods or services of or both of like kind and quality. Means, sir, if similar laptop is sold, at what price it is sold? Not same, similar. Like some or the other substitute product will be there, no? So of like kind and quality is nothing but substitute product, guys. Substitute product. Sir, the product which is having same features, same quality is sold at what price? Sold at what price? We need to check it. Assume it is coming to around 72,000. I need to take that. I need to take that. Guys, please be careful. We have three options till now. Na? A, B, C. Sir, should I straight away go to C? No, no. First, you need to check A. If A is possible, please take that only. No, sir, A is not possible. Then I will go to what? B. If B is also not possible, only then I will go to C. Sir, if C is also not possible, then only I will go to D. Straight away will I go to D? No, no. For example, sir, open market value of laptop is available, sir. What should I do? Straight away take that. Straight away take that. Sir, what about if B, C, D is also available? Don't test it. If A is already available, we will straight away take that. If A is not available, only then I will go and look for B. And if A and B is not available, only then I will go and look for C. In simple, I should follow this in sequence, guys. Is that clear? Especially I will go to D only if A, B and C is not possible. Why are they giving different option is the supplier should not escape from tax liability telling, sir, open market value not available. Sir, consideration in kind not available. So can you escape from tax? No, no. I am also again and again giving different option. If not A, B. If not A and B, C. If not A, B, C, D. Sir, if you might ask me, what if it is not D also? D they have covered. Very safely they have covered. Don't worry. There is no chance that the supplier will miss out paying the tax. Oh, fine. I will just erase this. Yes. So I repeat, guys, please be careful. A and C you might feel like same. No. A is if the same laptop is sold for for money, how much we will get? Assume 70,000. We will take that. Whereas C is, sir, not the same laptop. If similar laptop is sold, maybe substitute product, clear us. May not be same brand also. Assume our competitor. Our competitor also is selling similar laptop with same features and qualities. We need to check at what price it has been sold. Clear. So like, kind and quality is nothing but substitute product. Okay. Sure. Last one. D. The sum total of consideration in money and such further amount in money that is equivalent to consideration not in money as determined by the application of rule 30 or rule 31 in that order. Simple, they are telling. How much is the consideration in money? 50,000. We need to take. Plus, consideration is not in money, no. That we need to calculate by applying rule 30 or 31. By applying rule 30 or 31. And please be careful. Rule 30, 31 is not to decide the entire value of supply. It is just to decide the value of the part which is not in money. Which is not in money. In simple, the exchange of old laptop. Hope you understood. I repeat my example. I am purchasing a new laptop for 70,000, but exchange value is 20,000. So how much I am paying? Only 50. So should I straight away take 50? Oh, yes. Plus consideration not in money. I need to calculate that value by applying rule 30 or 31 in that order. That is first 30. If 30 is not possible, only then I will go to 31. Sir, what if 30 is possible? Then I will ignore 31. That's all. Clear. There also you need to go it in the order. I repeat, people, listen. If open market value is available, should I take open market value or should I look for other things? Just straight away take open market value. And to just to confuse you, they may give BCD also or BC. Should you consider that? No. When top one is available, we will straight away go with it. Clear? So this sequencing is important, people. Now only if A is not available, I will go with B. Assume in the question they have given B value as well as C value both. What will you take? B value. B and not C. Sir, no sir, A, B both are not available. What should I do? Go with C. Sir, A, B, C all three not available, sir. Then go with D, guys. Okay, sir. Example. Where a new phone is supplied for 20,000 along with an exchange of old phone. And if the price of new phone without exchange is 25,000, the open market value of the phone would be how much, guys? 25,000. Means the seller is selling a new phone in exchange of old phone and is charging 20,000. Consideration is money. Consideration in money is 20 plus the exchange of old phone. Fine, sir. So is consideration fully in money? No. So what should we do? We need to apply rule 27. They're telling if there was no exchange, this phone would have been sold for 25,000. So what is the open market value of this phone? 25,000. If there was no exchange, it would have been sold for 25,000. So what would be the value of supply for the seller of mobile phone, guys? 25,000 as open market value is available. Second, where a laptop is supplied for 40,000 along with a barter of printer. Oh, that is manufactured by the recipient. And okay, so it is like this. Recipient is paying 40,000 plus he is also giving printer. In return, what is he getting? Laptop. And the value of the printer known at the time of supply is 4,000, but the open market value of the laptop is not known. Okay, the value of supply of laptop is how much, guys? 44,000. Listen. Sir, seller has sold laptop for what? 40,000 money plus one printer. Plus one printer. So printer is consideration in money? No. Consideration is partly in money. So should we apply rule 27, guys? Yes. And they're telling the open market value of the laptop is not available itself. So straight away A ruled out. And B they have told. What is the consideration in money, people? 40,000. And consideration not in money. Consideration not in money. What is the value of it? They told in the question. It is 4,000. The value of printer is 4,000. So what is the value? Total value here? 44,000. So the seller of laptop has to pay GST on what amount? 44,000. 44,000. Straight away we went for B. Why so? Because A was not available. Open market value of the laptop was not available. Sir, what if it was given in the question open market value of laptop is 45,000? In that case, what would be the value of supply? 45,000. Clear? Just because open market value was not available, we went for second part. Clear? Yes. Please be careful that 4,000 is the value of printer. So money received is 40 plus value of printer, that is the consideration in kind, is 4,000. So 40,000 plus 4,000 comes to how much, people? 44,000. 44,000. Yes, sir. Next, rule 27 done. 28. Value of supply of goods or services or both between distinct person or related person. Guys, what is distinct person? What is related person? We already understood. Clear? Related persons means as per explanation to section 15, we already covered it while covering schedule 1, para 2. Yes. In same place, we also spoke about distinct person. Simple, guys. Whoever has taken a separate registration but under one PAN, what do we call them as? Distinct person. Distinct person. Okay, sir. Value of supply of goods or services are both between distinct or related persons other than through an agent. Other than through an agent. So if it is sold through an agent, rule 28 is not applicable because we have a separate rule for it, 29. If you are selling it through an agent, whether agent is your related person or not, doesn't matter. We need to apply rule 29. Oh. So if there is any supply between related persons or distinct person, can we apply section 15 subsection 1? No, not possible. Not possible. Why? Because one of the condition told supplier and recipient should not be related. Should not be related in the sense they should not be distinct person also. Okay, sir. Now, what would be the value, sir? They have given three options, guys. Here also you have to follow the order. First choice is always A. If A is not possible, B. If A and B is not possible, only then you will go to C. Oh. The value of supply of goods or services or both between distinct person as specified in section 25, that is who is separately registered but under single PAN, or where the supplier and recipient are related other than where the supply is made through an agent. Because for the supply made through an agent, we have a separate rule. They are not covered here. Shall be. What is it? Open market value of such supply. Okay. Open market value of such supply means, guys, listen here. What happens? No. Assume I and you are related. You sold goods to me for 10,000. Consideration is there. Consideration is there. You sold goods to me for how much, people? 10,000. Consideration is there. But as relation is there, Yashas, what happens? No. Relationship will affect the price. As we both are related, we might manipulate the price. No. Just to escape from GST, goods might be worth 1 lakh, but we are just showing it as 10,000. Because our relationship might have an impact on the price. So they told we will not consider the price. As you both the people are related, we don't consider the price. What are they trying to tell? Assume you are the supplier, I am the recipient. If you are selling these goods to someone else, at what price are you selling it? At what price you are selling it? Open market value, if that is available. If that is not available, then the value of supply of goods or services or both of like kind and quality. Okay. If open market value is not available, assume you are selling goods only for me, no one else. In that case, open market value is not available. Yes. But there will be at least one substitute product for you. Okay. Whatever goods you are selling to me, for that there will be one competitor at least. That substitute product. Yes. At what price it is sold? The like kind and quality product is sold at what price? We will take that as a value. We will take that as a value. Sir, what if there is no competition at all? I am selling full unique product where there is no competitor for me. Then last case is C. Value as determined by application of rule 30 or 31 in that order. In that order, guys. Means first 30, then if not possible 30, we will go to 31. Is that clear? Guys, same as rule 27. But scenario 27 is applicable when consideration is not in money fully. Whereas 28 is when supplier and recipient is related. But can you observe the point whatever they are given is almost same. Only thing is this will not come there. Almost in the same order. Here it is A, B, C, D, but there this B is not there. So straight away this will take a role of what? B, and this is C. Hope you're understanding. But here we will do consideration in money, consideration not in money and all. There nothing like that. Straight away we need to take open market value. If not, the value of the product of like kind and quality. If not, straight away rule 30 or 30. Is that clear? Yes. If you remember this, then rule 28 becomes easy, guys. Clear? In 28, this part will not come. This part is not good. That's all. Remaining, same order. Same order. Okay. Later, they also gave a proviso telling something. What is it? Proviso. Guys, listen here. If supplier and recipients are related, then we need to check these three from the order A to C. If A is available, that is the value of supply. No, sir, A is not available, then B. No, sir, A, B both are not available, then C. In C also, there are two things 30, if not 30, 31. Okay. There is a proviso which is telling provided that where the goods are intended for further supply as such by the recipient, the value shall, at the option of supplier, be an amount equivalent to 90% of the price charged for the supply of goods of like kind and quality by the recipient to his customer, not being a related person. Lot of things they are telling. Listen, guys. Now there is a supply between supplier and recipient. Okay, first of all, they both are related. Okay, related persons. Okay. There is a supply between supplier and recipient. Recipient will not consume these goods. He will further supply it. He will further supply it to his customers. To his customers. Now, what we are talking about? What is the value of supply for a supply between what? Value of supply between supplier and recipient. In the proviso they're telling. First they told open market value, like kind and quality like that. ABC they told. But in the proviso they're telling if recipient is not using it, he will further supply this to some other person. Then in that case, don't see that goods. If these goods which are supplied to other person, no. If this is supplied by others, at what price they are supplying you? I repeat. Supplier supplied goods assumed to recipient. Is recipient consuming it? No. Is he using it? No. Is further selling it. Is further selling it. Now they are telling if the similar product is sold by someone else, at what price it is sold? Means whatever recipient is selling, no? If the same product is sold by others, at what price it is sold? Let us take it as 1 lakh. I repeat, people, guys, listen. Supplier gave the goods to recipient, sold it for a value. Both are related. Okay, we will not take the actual transaction value. But recipient, once he receives it, he is not using it, he is not consuming it, he is further selling it for some other person. Okay, sir. In that case, do we take that value? No. They're telling if similar product is supplied by some other person to the person who is not related to them, at what value it is purchased? What value it is sold? Assume it is 1 lakh. They're telling take 90% of that. So your value of supply would be 90% of that. 90% of that comes to how much? 90,000. So the value of supply between supplier and recipient would be 90,000. I repeat guys, let me take some names so that you guys can connect. Listen here, listen. Assume Vikas is supplying goods to Girish. Vikas is supplying the goods to Girish. They both are related persons. They both are related person. Actually, Vikas is selling the goods for assume 80,000. Value of supply between Vikas and Girish is how much? 80,000. They're telling, don't take this. Don't take this. We will ignore this. Okay. What they're trying to tell us, in the rule they told A, B or C. You take any of this. But later in the proviso they're telling, if recipient, that is Girish, is not using it, but is further selling it. Assume is further selling it for Yeshas. Is further selling it for Yeshas. For what value? Assume let us take it as 90,000. Are we taking this also? No. We are not taking that also. Then what, sir? Now whatever Girish is selling to Yeshas, no. Similar product, same to same, copy paste, substitute product is sold by, assume, Guru Murti, G not required, Shakti to Deepti. Similar product which Girish sold to Yeshas is sold by Shakti to whom? Deepti. At what price? Let us take it as 1 lakh. Like, kind and quality. Like, kind and quality. Now, where and all we went, what should we do? We need to consider this year. How much? Fully 1 lakh? Huh? No, 90% of 1 lakh, which is 90,000. Obviously, people, when recipient receive Girish, he will not give it at same value. No? He would have also added some value, at least 10% value. Yes. So we are not taking straight away 100% of that value. We are taking 90% of it. 90% of it. When is it? I repeat. Varsha. Call him also. She turned, leave, don't call. I only called. So listen now. Vikas supplied the goods to Girish. Both of them are related. Not freely. Vikas charged 80,000. But are we taking 80,000? No. We told 80,000 is the influenced price. We will not take it. Okay. Now what is rule telling? Rule is telling you need to take A, B or C. But later proviso is telling no. Ignore A, B, C. If recipient is further supplying it to someone else, then take the similar value, not this value. Please be careful. Don't take this. They're telling not, don't take this. They're telling if similar product is supplied by someone else, like of like kind and quality, in simple substitute products, we call it as. Okay. For how much it is supplied, you see 1 lakh. And also cross check. Are they both unrelated? Yes. They both should not be related. What if Shakti Shri and Deepti Shri is related? We will not take this also. We will not take this also. Then what do? We will take ABC only. We will take ABC only. Now listen. Listen, silent. Assuming Shakti and Deepti Shri are not related, then what do? We take 1 lakh, the price charged between them, into 90%. 90,000 is the value of supply between whom? Vikas and Girish, not between Shakti and Deepti. That is separate supply. We just took it for comparison purpose. That's all. Hope you guys understood. Clear? If by chance, if this is not available, or this is not further supplied, or if these two people are related, then what do? Then we take ABC only. We take A, B or C in that order. In that order, guys. Okay. Chalo, next. One more proviso we have. Provided further that where the recipient is eligible for full input tax credit, the value declared in the invoice shall be deemed to be the open market value of the goods or services. They're telling if recipient is supposed to claim credit, assume Girish is supposed to claim credit, and he will claim credit on what? Whatever value I have declared in the invoice. Correct? In that case, they're telling if recipient is eligible to claim credit, then ignore all other things. Straight away take invoice value. Straight away take value of supply as what? Invoice value. Why? Because simple. If supplier has manipulated the amount, then automatically even Girish will get less credit. No, even Girish will get impacted due to that. Yes, they told, fine, we will accept it. If even if both are related, if recipient is eligible to claim ITC, then whatever value is declared in the invoice, we will straight away take that on. We will straight away take that itself, guys. Okay. See, what I suggest is, first they have given ABC, then they have given provision. But what I suggest is go reverse. First check. What do you check? Whenever there is a supply between related person, first check whether recipient can claim credit. If recipient can claim credit, then whatever is the value declared between the parties, that is the value of supply. That's all. No, 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 sir. Recipient cannot claim credit. Then check this provision. Then check this provision. What is it? Whatever recipient Girish will receive, is he further supplying it? If yes, then check. Whatever if Girish is supplying to Yashas, no. Is similar goods supplied by other persons? You just look around. Look around. Is there anyone who is supplying like that? I got it. Shakti is supplying similar goods which Girish is supplying to Yashas. No, similar goods are supplied by Shakti to Deeptistri. At what value? 1 lakh. And they both are not related. In that case, we will take 90% of that as value of supply between whom? Vikas and Girish. No, sir, this is not possible. This is not at all possible. In that case, we need to follow A, B, and C. Is that clear? So it is better you go reverse, guys. Is that clear? Because if by chance, if the case is covered in this proviso or this proviso, then this will not have any impact. Only if the scenario is not covered in this both the paras, then only we will look into. Sorry. Yeah, listen here. If a case is covered here, straight away we'll apply this. If a case is covered here, we will straight away apply this proviso. If it is not covered under both, only then I will be worried about A, B, and C. Oh. I have also given an analysis here where the supplier and recipient are related or distinct. The statute book refuses to accept the transaction value as there is every possibility of collusion to reduce the value. As they are related, definitely their relationship will have an impact on price. Thus, Rule 28 provides for adoption of open market value of the same supply, or if it is not available, then the open market value of the goods of like kind and quality, which is nothing but substitute product. Where the recipient intends to make further supply of goods or services, the provision permits the supplier to value the goods at 90% of the price intended to be charged by the recipient while making further supply of like kind and quality. It is also provided that where recipient is eligible to avail full ITC, the value whichever or whatever is declared by the supplier in the invoice shall be accepted as correct value. Whether it is less or more, we don't care. Why so? Because anyway, whatever supplier will pay GST to the government, recipient will claim the credit of it. Oh, fine, guys. So rule 28 is when there is a supply between related person, but clearly it excluded supply through an agent. Sir, what if there is a supply through an agent? Then we need to apply rule 29. Value of supply of goods made or received through an agent. Okay, means sale as well as purchase both are covered. The value of supply of goods between the principal and his agent shall be open market value of the goods being supplied. Okay, that is the choice. Or at the option of the supplier B, 90% of the price charged for the supply of goods of like kind and quality by the recipient to his customer, not being a related person, where the goods are intended for further supply by the said recipient. So what they are telling is, please pay attention. Now let me take a different example. Principal agent only I will take. Principal is supplying the goods. Supply of goods to the agent. Now it is a supply. Assuming invoice is issued in the name of agent and all, it is a supply between principal and agent. Sir, what is the value of supply? What is the value of supply between principal and agent? We need to decide it. Clear? Yes. In that case, we will see if open market value of this supply is available, we will take that. Open market value means if principal has sold this to someone else, at what price he would have sold it. We will take that. Or principal can also take alternatively different value. That is, if agent further sells this to someone else, we will not take that price. If like kind and quality product, assume is supplied by someone else for how much? Assume for 2 lakh. We will take 90% of that. We will take 90% of it. Sir, why not 100%? Guys, obviously, agent will not sell at the same price at what he has received. He will also add some profit and sell it, right? Yes, we are assuming at least 10% profit. At least 10% profit. Hope you're understanding. There are two choices here. Sir, open market value means simple. Instead of giving the product to agent, if principal had directly sold it to someone else, at what price he would have sold it? At what price he would have sold it? Take that. What do we call it as? Open market value. Oh, if not, there is one more choice. Whatever principal is given to the agent is not using himself. He will further sell it, sir. Further sell it. In that case, if the similar product is sold by someone else, which agent sold to other person, no? Agent sold, assume for customer. If similar product is sold by others, check what is the price of it. What is the price of that? Let me take it as 2 lakh. We need to take 90% of 90% of that, which comes to 1.8 lakh. So what is the value of supply between principal and agent people? 1.8 lakh. And please be careful when there will be a supply between principal and agent is, listen, schedule 3, schedule 1 para 3. Schedule 1 para 3, read with section 71C. Sir, agent is selling the goods to the customer or recipient on behalf of principal, but he gave the invoice in his own name, sir. Invoice is issued in whose name? Agent name. So there is two supply. One is between agent and customer. The other one is between principal and supply. Agree? Yes. Or else one more thing I can tell. Listen here. Sir, principal sold the goods to agent for a consideration. For a consideration. And later agent is selling this to the customer. In that case, schedule 1 will come. No, consideration is there. It will be a supply as per section 718 itself. So how many supplies are there? 1, 2. Okay, na? Yes. If there is consideration, then it will be a supply as per 718. If there is no consideration, then it will be a supply as per para 3 of schedule 1, read with section 71C. Okay. Let me go back. Let me read it once again, people. A. The open market value of the goods being supplied, or at the option of the supplier B, 90% of the price charged for the supply of goods of like kind and quality by the recipient to his customer, not being a related person. Means when this like kind and quality product is sold, the supplier and recipient should not be related. Or where the goods are intended for further supply by said recipient. Okay. For example, observe connecting both I have given. And sir, here it is a choice, huh? Yes. Now, can supplier or principal take open market value? Yes. Can he take 90% of the price charged for the similar product by the other person for like kind and quality? Yes. Sir, if both is available, what will principal take? Whichever is more beneficial. Whichever is more beneficial. Whichever is more beneficial means what? Whichever is lower. In simple, whichever is lower, guys. Okay. Sure. For example, a principal supplies chair to his agent and agent is supplying chair of like kind and quality in subsequent supplies at a price of 5,000. That is agent is, sir. They actually here they're telling if like kind and quality is supplied by recipient only. Same. So for example here, sir, is this the sales made by agent itself? Yes. Agent to some other person, not to the principal, to some other person. I repeat, listen here. Principal sold the goods to agent. Clear? They are not telling agent is giving the same product to customer. No. Similar product is sold by same agent to whom? Some other person. And they both are not related. They both are not related. And what is the price of it, people? 2 lakh. Okay. Fine. So how much is that? 5,000. And another independent supplier is supplying the same chair to the said agent at a price of 4,550. 4,550. 550. Guys, this is open market value. 4,550 is a open market value. It is like this. Please listen here. Sir, principal sold the goods to agent. Okay. Now, we are not taking at what price it is sold. If principal has sold same goods to someone else, or if agent has purchased these goods from someone else, at what price it would have been sold or purchased, we need to check. I repeat, both ways we can take. I repeat, principal sold the goods to agent. Okay. Yes. We are not taking that sale value. If principal had sold these goods to someone else, what is it? That is open market value. Or if agent has purchased the same goods from someone else, then what would have been the purchase value? We will take that as what, guys? Open market value, which in this example is 4,550. Okay. The value of the supply made by a principal shall be 4,550, which is open market value. Or, guys, the agent is supplying similar product at what price? 5,000. We need to take 90% of that. How much is that? 4,500. Choice is principals. You can either take the value as 4,500 or as 4,550, guys. Choice is he can choose whichever is beneficial to him. If he is choosing whichever is lower also, okay. It is okay. Is that clear? Yes. B. If A is not possible, only then you will go for B. Where the value of supply is not determinable under clause A, the same shall be determined by the application of rule 30 or 31 in that order. That is first 30, then 31. In that order, guys. Is that clear? Yes. Sir, listen here. If A is available, should we go for B? No. In A, if both is available, principal can decide to take anything. Sir, no, sir, in A only this is available, first part. You will straight away take that. Sir, what in A only this is available? Then you will straight away take that. Sir, no, sir, both are not available. Then only you will go to B. Then only you will go to B, guys. Yes. Now coming to rule 30. Sir, in all the rules, last option was what? 30. If not 30, 31. What is rule 30? Guys, simple. Very simple rule they told. See, if you cannot determine the value as per A year or as per A and B year, you are not able to calculate. Even here, A, B, C is not possible. Then what they are telling? D. You just take cost plus add 10%. That's all. You take whatever is the cost of the product, just add 10% for it. That's all. Simple. Means they're telling you take your cost, add 10% as your profit. That is your selling price. That is your selling price. Assume I couldn't decide the value of supply as per A, B, and all. So my last but one option is rule 30. What they're telling is at least you know your cost. At least you know your cost, at what price you purchased it or at what price you manufactured it. Yes. Let us assume it as 1 lakh. They're telling take 110% of it. 110 or just add 10%. One and the same. Okay. How much is that? 1 lakh 10,000. So cost is 1 lakh. You take into 110% or plus 10%. Either of the two you do, you will get same. So what is the value of supply, guys? 1 lakh 10,000. Please be careful. This is only when open market value that this and all is not available. I will go for cost calculation. That is rule 30. Where the value of supply of goods or services or both is not determinable by any of the preceding rules of this chapter, the value shall be 110% of cost of production or manufacture or cost of acquisition, that is cost of purchase of such goods, or the cost of provision of such services. In simple, I can also tell it as cost plus 10%. That 10% is nothing but your profit, guys, because obviously I cannot sell my product at cost, right? I will add some profit. They're telling your profit margin might be 20%, 30%, or only 5%. We don't care. As per rule 30, add 10%, which is standard for everyone, guys. Is that clear? No, sir. Rule 30 also not possible, sir. Then last option for you is 31. See, obviously no one will be doing business without even knowing their cost. You should know it, but still, department just to protect their revenue so that people will not miss out paying taxes, they're just giving various options. If not this, next this. If not that also, this. So they're keep on giving the options so that I will not take a protection telling, sir, I cannot calculate the value, so I will not pay GST. That cannot happen. Rule 31. Residual method for determination of value of supply of goods or services or both. Last option. Where the value of supply of goods or services or both cannot be determined under the rules 27 to 30. Under the rules 27 to 30 means it is like this. For example, sir, under rule 29, A is not possible. And under B, rule 30 is not possible. Can I go to 31? Yes. Same way. In 28, sir, A, B not possible, sir. Even cost is not possible, sir. Same way, rule 27, sir, A, B, C, all three not possible. In that case, assuming rule 30 also not possible, can I go to rule 31? Yes. Oh, what is it telling? The same shall be determined using reasonable means consistent with principles and general provisions of section 15 and the provisions of this chapter. So we will determine it by applying what? Reasonable means, guys, where even proper officer will help the supplier. Provided that in case of supply of services, guys, normally first we need to check rule 30. If rule 30 is not possible, only then we will go to rule 31. But for services, ignoring rule 30, can I straight away go to rule 31? Yes. I can straight away go to rule 31. You can see last line, provided that in case of supply of services, the supplier may opt for this rule, ignoring rule 30. Means straight away ignoring 30 for services. Can I go to 31? Yes. Whereas for goods, you need to go to 30, knock the door of 30. No, sir, cost not available. Only then you will go to 31. That is in simple. Only if 30 is not possible, you will go to 31. You will go to 31, guys. Yes, simple. Till now, one series we have done. Still, we have a series of rules. We have to cover it. Till now, we have covered one series, guys. Yes. When do we apply this valuation rules? Let us repeat it again. Sir, when one of this condition is missing, sir. At least one of this condition is missing. Okay. Now, one by one rule. We will at least recall rule number, guys. We will recall rule number. Everyone be attentive. First, rule 27. When is it applicable? When the consideration is not only in money, at least partly it is in kind or fully it is in kind. In that case, we need to apply rule 27. As per rule 27, we need to follow the sequence. First option is what? Open market value. Open market value. If that is not available, then consideration in money plus consideration in kind. What is the value of that? Okay. Yes, sir. Next, if that is also not possible, means B is also not possible, sir. Then C. C is telling value of supply of goods or services of like kind and quality, which is nothing but substitute product. Okay. Sir, no, sir. A, B, C, all three not available. Then rule 30 or 31 in that order. And if it is a services, ignoring 30, can I straight away go to 31? Yes. But if it is a goods, first 30, then 31. Only in that order. Okay. Next. Sir, what if supplier and recipient is related persons or distinct person, but not an agent? Not an agent. Then we need to decide the value as per rule 28. In that case, they are giving you three options. What is it? First, open market value of such goods. Yes. Means if it is sold to someone else or if it is purchased from someone else, what is the price of it? We need to take it. Okay. Then if that is not available, then B. Value of supply of goods or services or both of like kind and quality. Take it. No, sir, that is also, it is nothing but substitute product, guys. No, sir, please be careful. Open market value, when we are taking it, it is for our own product. If it is sold to someone else, what is the market value? Or if it is purchased from someone else, what is the market value? Whereas this one is not our product value, it is our substitute product value, which is sold by our competitor, guys. Or if both is not available, then we will follow rule 30 or 31 in that order. And if it is a services, straight away ignoring 30, can I go to 31? Yes. Next. And also there is a proviso you're telling, if whatever goods is given to the recipient who is the related person, if you further supply it, then check what is the value of the like kind and quality which is supplied between two unrelated persons. Take that. But will we take 100% of it? No, only 90% of that as value of supply. This is only when whatever has been given by the supplier to recipient is further supplied by recipient. Oh, then there is one more proviso telling recipient, if you are eligible to claim credit, then whatever supplier has charged in the invoice, no, as value of supply, that will be the value of supply. We don't care about open market value and all. Okay. Then what if the goods are purchased or sold through an agent? Then there might be consideration or there might not be a consideration. We don't worry about it. For example, listen here. Principal gave a goods to agent freely. Agent sold it to customer, but invoice was issued in the name of agent. Is there a supply between principal and agent? Yes, as per para 3 of schedule 1, even without consideration. Next case, principal sold the goods to agent for a price. Consideration is there. Later, further agent is selling it to the customer. Is there a supply between principal and agent? Yes, as per section 7(1)(a). What is the value in that case? Both the cases, rule 29 is applicable. Or what is the value? Open market value of the goods being supplied, or at the option of the supplier. That is, agent, whatever his goods is receiving from principal, no, if he is further selling it, then not the same goods. If similar goods is sold by agent to others, what price is that? We will take 90% of that as value of supply between whom? Principal and agent. Oh, sir, what if that is not available? Then we will apply rule 30 or 31 in that order. If it is a services, straight away you can go to rule 31, ignoring 30. Sir, what is rule 30? Cost plus 10%. Or cost into 110%. Then rule 31. Rule 31. What is rule 31 is telling? We will determine this as per the reasonable means, consistent with the principle and general provisions of section 15 and provisions of this chapter. What exactly they didn't told? They told we will apply it some reasonable basis and we will compute. Is that clear? Yes, guys. Fine. So till now we are done with the valuation rules. When value cannot be determined as per section 15 subsection 1, that is when we will apply this valuation rules, guys. Till now we have seen the rules, rule 27, 28, 29, 30 and 31. We have another set of rules, guys. This is where we need to decide the value, especially for specified actionable claims. Do you guys remember specified actionable claim, which is defined in section 2, clause 102A, that is 102A. What is it telling? Guys, listen here. Actually, actionable claim is a part of goods definition. But actionable claim is covered in schedule 3, which is neither the supply of goods nor the supply of services. But in schedule 3, they are told actionable claim other than specified actionable claim. Means specified actionable claim is liable for GST? Yes. And specified actionable claim includes what and all? We have already seen. It includes like lottery, betting, gambling, online money gaming, casinos, all those things. Yes, horse racing, those things. Here they are given few rules with respect to that specified actionable claim. How do you determine the value? How do you determine the value? We will see that. Rule 31A, value, guys, this is a separate rules. Please be careful. Whatever we said already studied, no, 27, 28, 30, 30, 31. That is one set. Now we are seeing another set. Rule 31A, value of supply in case of lottery, betting, gambling and horse racing. Okay. First, notwithstanding anything contained in the provisions of this chapter, the value in respect of supply specified below shall be determined in the manner provided herein after. First one, the value of supply of lottery. Okay, they are talking about lottery here. The value of supply of lottery shall be, even lottery is a part of specified actionable claim. Yes. What is the value of supply of lottery? Shall be deemed to be 100 by 128. Not it is R. It is not R. Please be careful. It is by. 100 by 128 of the face value of the ticket or of the price as notified in the official gazette by organizing state, whichever is higher. Guys, you know, for every lottery there will be a face value 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 50 rupees, like that. Yes, let us assume the face value of the lottery ticket is 50 rupees and the price notified by the government also is 50. Okay, whichever is higher, I will take it as 50. Now this is the face value or this is the value of the lottery ticket. It already includes GST. It already includes GST. So if I want to calculate what is the value component, what will I do, guys? I will do into 100 divided by 128. That 128 stands for 100 plus 28% GST. 100 plus 28% GST. On lottery, the tax GST rate is 28%. So in simple, I am telling you, 50 is inclusive of GST. So how do we calculate the value component? Sir, 50 rupees divided by 128 into 100. What do you get? Value. On that, GST has to be paid, which would have already been paid because 50 is including what? GST. So I want to find out, sir, in 50, how much is value? How much is GST? Can I do the cross calculation? Yes, simple. Now assume I want to calculate GST amount. How is it? Simple. 50 divided by 128 into 28. That will give you what? Amount of GST. Amount of GST. And if it is intra, divide it between two. CGST off, yes, GST off. And if it is interstate supply, then fully IGST. Is that clear? Yes. Sir, what if these two figures are different? Let me show it. Assume the price notified by the government is 60, whereas face value is 50. I'm just taking a random example. What is whichever is higher, people? 60. So what is the value component? Into 100 divided by 128. Into 128. Sir, what if it is vice versa? For example, assume this is 50 and this is face value, assume 75. 75. Whichever is higher, people? 75. So what is the value of this lottery ticket? 75 into 100 divided by 128. Don't get confused with that 128, people. It is nothing but 100 plus GST rate 28%. So that is equal to 128. Okay. Next one, B. The value of supply of actionable claim in the form of chance to win in betting, gambling, or horse racing. Okay. In a race club shall be 100% of the face value of the bet or the amount paid into a totalizator. Totalizator is a device which will record how much money has been bet on each horse, guys. Okay. Now, assume I am going to a race course. I am betting on a particular horse. I am betting on a particular horse. Assume horse number 6. In that case, whatever amount I am betting for a horse, assume 1000 rupees. That is the value of supply. That is the value of supply. For whom? Whoever is organizing that race or whoever is taking care of that totalizator. That is the device. Yes. In simple, here reverse calculation and all is required. No. The amount which we have bet is the value of supply. For whom? To the supplier. Please be careful. I am the recipient, not the supplier. I am going and betting the money. So who is the supplier? Whoever is organizing it. So for them, what is the value of supply? Whatever amount I am betting, guys. Okay. Next, rule 31B. 31A done. Rule 31B. Value of supply in case of OMG. OMG means what? Online money gaming. Including online money gaming. Online gaming or online money gaming. Obviously, guys, this comes into picture only if money is involved. Sir, I'm just playing the games for entertainment, sir. Will this come? No. Because you are not paying any amount. When you are betting on the mobile app to play any games, that is called online money gaming. In that case, what is the value of supply? Notwithstanding anything contained in this chapter, the value of supply of online gaming, including supply of actionable claim involved in online money gaming, shall be the total amount paid or payable to or deposited with the supplier by way of money or money's worth, including virtual digital asset by or on behalf of the player. Guys, whenever you are playing any game on the mobile And if you are betting the money, whatever amount you will deposit into that account, that amount is considered to be value of supply for the supplier. The person who has developed that app, no. So what is the value of supply for him? Whatever amount you are depositing into the account and you are betting it, that is the value of supply. Even in this case, no reverse working. Okay. And please be careful, the person who is playing the game is called recipient, whereas the person who has developed that app or the person who is organizing all this betting on a platform is called as what? Supplier. Okay. Rule 31C, value of supply of actionable claim in case of casino. Guys, in Goa and all, this is relevant. Okay, where there is a lot of casinos. Okay, on water, there are a number of players who are organizing it on the ship. So if you go and assume bet your money there, first you need to purchase the coins. They will give you some tokens or coins. By paying money, you need to buy them. Now, whatever money you're paying to buy that coins, or they call it as chips or even tokens, the amount paid to purchase that is a value of supply. To whom? To the casino, who is organizing this games. Notwithstanding anything contained in this chapter, the value of supply of actionable claims in casino shall be the total amount paid or payable by or on behalf of the player for purchase of tokens, chips. Chips, and they're not eating chips, because they will give you chips or coins using which you can do the betting. Okay. Coins or tickets by whatever name called for use in casino or participating in any event, including game, scheme, competition, or any other activity or process in the casino. In cases where the token, chips, coins, or tickets by whatever name called are not required. Okay, means simple. If you are playing directly with money, then value of that money. Or using money, you are purchasing some token coins, whatever is the amount you have paid to purchase the token coins or chips, that is the value of supply to the supplier. Yeah, actually, I had been to Goa, even I have experienced this. Just to experience, I had gone. I don't participate in any betting and all, but for an entry ticket, they had given some some amount of voucher which you can use to play small games there. Big games and all, you cannot use that voucher. You have to pay and get it. So I just went there to see that experience of casino. Okay, it is like completely a different hotel or restaurant where floors together would be there, or deck, we call it as deck. Okay, they don't call it as floor. First deck, second deck, third deck and all, they call it as. And people in Goa like literally crazy. They have nightlife like anything. Even at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, they will be busy playing there. And when you come outside, you will be like, oh, it's already night. But there, full light, everything, and they supply food, everything. And many people lose money with the influence of liquor. That is what I observed there. What happens is they supply a lot of liquor, including Indian liquor, foreign liquor, and all. Many people, they would have brought money or they would have brought ATM card and all. Assume they lose 10,000 or 20,000. Their ego will hurt. And with the, especially when alcohol influence is there, they will be like, aku, put, anta. They will lose completely and come. And there is no history where people have won and casino has suffered a loss. Definitely at the end of the day, they are the more profitable persons. Clear. They would have organized the game in such a way that people will not win. And even if they win, initially they will win. They will feel that, oh, I can multiply my money anta. Later they will understand what they lost there. Yeah, and definitely, guys, I'm not the person who will entertain all this. So you guys also please don't get into this thinking that you will multiply the money. If at all, if you're interested in this, better you involve in stock market. That is also one of kind of gambling only. But anyway, there also don't do trading. Please go with investment to start with. Later, if you really become expertise where you understand each and everything about trading, you can get involved in it. But trading is only for those who can give their full time for market. If you are studying or if you are doing something else along with that, if you want to do trading, I don't suggest it, guys. Maybe you can do some fundamental analysis with whatever knowledge you have and make a investment, about which I already spoke in the class. Yes, we saw another set of rules now. We have another set of rules which we will see in the next class. Clear? That is as per section 15, 5 read with rules. So we'll stop it here, guys. Yes, students. Till now, we have seen few valuation rules. That is two set of valuation rules we have seen. That is the first set of valuation rules is, sir, whenever I cannot determine the value of supply, as per section 15 subsection 1, that is when transaction value cannot be the value of supply, how do we determine the value of supply? We have covered various rules. Then there was one more set of the valuation rules, that is rule 31A, 31B and 31C, which covers the value with respect to specified actionable claims. Is that clear? So we have seen both. Now we have one more set, that is for notified supply. Notified supply, section 15 subsection 5, read with rule 32. In case of few special supplies, sir, how do we determine the value of supply? They have given it in the rules, so we will understand that. Rule 32 determines determination of value in respect of certain supplies. Section 15 subsection 5, notified supply. Guys, which section is giving reference to this rule? Rule 32 is the section 15 subsection 5. Notwithstanding anything contained in the provision of this chapter, the value in respect of supplies specified below shall, at the option of the supplier, okay, it is an option given, be determined in the manner provided hereinafter. Guys, please be careful. We have done with the cases where 15.1 cannot be applied. Now we are applying what? Sir, now 15.1 is possible, but still we are giving an option to the supplier. Supplier, you can either follow 15.1 or you can follow these rules. So he has a choice. Excuse me, sorry. First one, purchase or sale of foreign currency, including money changing. Rule 32, sub rule 2. Okay, means for the supplier who is engaged in exchange of foreign currency into Indian or Indian into foreign, or in simple, sir, they're engaged in the business of exchange. Exchange of what? Currency. They can either follow what? Please be careful, guys. Rule 32 is an option given to the supplier. Is it mandatory to follow this? No. Whereas whatever rule we saw from section rule 37, sorry, 27 to rule 31, no, that is when, sir, section 15.1 is not at all possible for the supplier. So should he follow that rules? Yes. It is not an option. They have to follow the rules. That is rule 27, 28, 30 and 29, 30, 31 and all. Yes. But here, this is an option given to the supplier. If he wants, he can follow section 15.1 only. If not, he can follow this rules. Okay. What is it? One by one. Important, guys. Please be careful. You need to remember few things here. For a currency, when exchanged from or to Indian rupees, the value shall be equal to, guys, one of the currency is Indian rupees. One of the currency is Indian rupees. In that case, purchase of foreign currency by a service supplier. Okay, the supplier is purchasing foreign currency. That means what is he giving? Indian rupees. For example, listen, guys. Assume I am going to a authorized dealer who is engaged in exchange service. I am going to him. I am giving. What am I giving? I am giving the foreign currency to him. Assume US dollar. In return, what is he giving for me? Indian rupees. I had US dollars. Now I need to convert that into Indian rupees. So I went and approached the authorized dealer. So he took foreign currency and gave what to me? Indian rupees. Guys, when he is taking, assume you are the authorized dealer. When you are taking foreign currency, what do? You will keep it with you forever? No. Whatever you have taken from me, you will go exchange it to RBI. Okay, you will give the dollar to RBI. RBI will give you the respective currency amount. Clear? Or else the respective authority, you will go to the respective authorized dealer and give the US dollar and get Indian rupees. Because ultimately you are also earning in what? Rupees. So if you have purchased the foreign currency at the end of the day or at the end of the period, you will go and exchange it for rupees, but not with the people, but with the respective authority. Yes. So value of supply will be what? RBI reference rate at that time minus buying rate into total units of currency exchange. So what they're telling is, guys, listen here. You have purchased foreign currency from me, no? US dollar. Will you keep it with you? No. You will go and exchange it. Now, when you exchange, what is the amount you are getting? That minus what you paid for. What you paid for me. Are you understanding? Listen here. You purchased foreign currency from me because I wanted to exchange what? For a US dollar into Indian rupees. So I gave US dollar to you, you gave Indian rupees to me. Now you got US dollar. What do you do with it? You will sell it. Correct? When you sell, what is the amount you will get? Assume 100 rupees. But you gave me only 90 rupees. What is the margin you made? 10 rupees per dollar. Assume you exchange totally $100 with me. I gave how much to you? $100. So 10 rupees into 100 is your Profit margin. That is the value of supply. That is the value of supply, guys. Simple. What is value of supply given here is nothing but the profit margin for the dealer. You purchase from me US dollar for how much? How much? 90 rupees. When you are selling it at what price you are selling? 100. So what is your profit margin? 10 rupees per dollar. Into assume $100 is exchanged. So 10 into 100. Same way, what if you are selling the foreign currency? Sale of foreign currency by service supplier. For example, assume guys, I want Australian dollar. I want Australian dollar. So I came to you. You are an authorized dealer. I purchased Australian dollar from you by paying rupees. Indian rupees. Okay. Now you sold Australian dollar. If you have to sell, first you should have it, no? You should have purchased it, no? Yes. What did you pay to purchase? Then at what price did you sell me? So simple. Assume I'm just taking random figure. Assume you sold Australian dollar for me for 60 rupees. But you had purchased it for 55 rupees. You purchased Australian dollar for 55 and sold it for me for 60. What is your profit margin? 5 rupees. 5 rupees per dollar into number of dollars. That is the value of supply for you. Hope you're understanding, guys. Please be careful. What you paid for me, or what price did you sell me, and what price did you buy it, or what price did you sell it, and that is nothing but RBI reference rate. Please be careful. RBI reference rate is nothing but what you will get if you sell the currency what you have, or if you want to buy that currency, what is the amount you need to pay. Clear? Yes. You can see selling rate means you sold Australian dollar to me. At what price did you sell? Minus before selling it, you should have purchased it. No. What you can sell what you have. At what price did you buy it? So that is here. Okay. Into total units of currency. And guys, please be careful. This is the rate notified by RBI. For whom? Authorized dealers. Can I go and purchase this currencies at this price? No, no, no. I have to go and buy and sell at this price. Through whom? Through the authorized dealer. Now for them, will it be same price? No, no. Obviously, they are doing business. No, they will have some margin, guys. Okay. I will give an example for it. Illustration 1 I have told. Let me explain it. Illustration 1. You observe here. Calculate the value of supply in the following case as per clause A of rule 32(2). Whatever we have discussed till now, Yashas, is rule 32(2) clause A. Clause A. Yes. We have one more clause, that is clause B. We will see that. Yes. As of now, we are in clause A. Okay. Please pay attention. Listen here. Authorized dealer purchased US dollar $1,000 for 90 per dollar, whereas RBI reference rate is 100 rupees per dollar. Assume yourself as authorized dealer. At what price did you buy from me? 90. Once you buy a US dollar, will you keep it with you forever? No, no. You will sell it. For you, for selling it, RBI reference rate is relevant. How much price? 100. So what is your profit margin, guys? 10 rupees. So you can see for an authorized dealer, the value of supply is 100 minus 90 into how many dollars you exchange? 1000. So what is your value of supply? 10,000. It is nothing but your profit margin. It is nothing but your profit margin, guys. Clear? Because by mistake you might take entire exchange value. Don't do that. Only the profit margin. Yes, sir. Next, second example. So here he purchased, authorized dealer purchased the US dollar and is selling it later. Second case, reverse. Authorized dealer sold US dollar 2,500 for 105 rupees per dollar. Is selling it to me. You are selling US dollar to me. Before selling it, you should have purchased it, no? Yes. What is the RBI reference rate for that? 100. So you purchased the dollar at 100 and sold it for 105. What is your profit margin? 5 rupees. So what is your value of supply? 105 minus 100 into US dollar 2,500, because the units of currency exchange is 2,500, guys. Is that clear? Simple. The difference between buying and selling rate for whom? Authorized dealer. Clear? And obviously they will be making profit, guys. If by chance, sir, what if they are suffering loss? Assume this was 105 minus 108 by chance. In that case, what is the value of supply? 0. You cannot keep value of supply negative. You cannot tell, sir, my value of supply is negative. Department, you pay GST to me. You cannot tell. If there is a loss, obviously no GST, guys. We need to take value as what? 0. But I don't think in the exam, if there is any question, they will give negative value for sure. Clear? So if you are confused also, simply do one thing. Higher value minus lower value. Higher value minus lower value. Correct? Into units of currency exchange. Okay, sir. Next, let us go up. We are done with the first part. We still have. Okay. A part done. Next, B. Where the Reserve Bank of India reference rate for a currency is not available, the value shall be 1% of the gross amount of Indian rupees provided or received by a person changing the money. Means, guys, here what is the important thing? RBI reference rate. Sir, there is one different currency exchange, sir. For that, RBI reference rate only is not there. So in that case, can we follow point A, guys? No. Sir, a currency is exchanged by an authorized dealer for which RBI reference rate is not at all available. Not at all available. In that case, what should we take? Guys, if that currency is exchanged into Indian rupees, exchange it and take 1% of that. Take 1% of it. Is that clear? Yes. For that also, I have one point in illustration one only. C point you can see. Authorized dealer paid or received 10 lakh to convert Indian rupees into Singapore dollar, or from Singapore dollar to Indian rupees. RBI reference rate not available. Actually, guys, for Singapore dollar, it is a famous RBI reference rate is available. But I have just given an example. Assume in the exam they can give any currency. Okay. For Singapore dollar, sir, the RBI reference rate is not available. So now, either the authorized dealer, you are the authorized dealer now. You paid Indian rupees or received Indian rupees by exchanging what? Singapore dollar. Now, how much Indian rupees you paid or how much Indian rupees you received? Check that. Take 1% of it. Forget about the Singapore dollar. We don't have the reference rate for it. So straight away take Indian rupees received or paid 1% of that. So 10 lakh is the amount here. 1% of that comes to how much? 10,000. Easy. Is that clear? Please be careful. Straight away, don't go to C point. Clear? First, we should always check whether RBI reference rate is available. If available, then obviously we need to go as per this. If that is not available, then only I will go with this, guys. Is that clear? Easy. This is only when RBI reference rate is not available for the currency which is exchanged between authorized dealer and the person. Clear? In that case, either of the currency will be Indian rupees, either paid or received. Take 1% of that. Okay, sir. Next, I am going back again. Sir, what if the currencies exchanged is foreign? Both are foreign currencies. For example, listen here. You are an authorized dealer. I wanted Australian dollar. Now, you add Australian dollar. You wanted Singapore dollar, which I had. We exchanged. Or else, simple. I wanted to buy Australian dollar, but I had Singapore dollar. So I gave Singapore dollar to you. You gave Australian dollar to me. Is Indian currency involved? No. There is no Indian currency involved. So in that case, I cannot apply point A also. I cannot apply point B also. Because in both the points, Indian rupees is important. Sir, when neither of the currency is Indian rupees, what did we exchange, guys? Singapore dollar, Australian dollar. None of them is Indian rupees. In that case, what should we do is, for both the currencies, exchange rate in Indian rupees will be there, no? Convert both the currencies for Indian rupees. Convert both the currencies for Indian rupees. Okay, sir. Chalo, let me read. C point. Where neither of the currencies exchange is Indian rupees, the value shall be equal to 1% of the lesser of the two amounts the person changing the money would have received by converting any of the two currencies into Indian rupee on that day at the reference rate provided by Reserve Bank of India. Simple, guys. Convert Australian dollar also into Indian rupees. Convert Singapore dollars also into Indian rupees. Check whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. On that you need to take 1%. On that you need to take 1%. Hope you guys are getting it. You should know exactly when to apply which point. Please be careful. In point A as well as B, at least one currency was Indian rupees. Another currency is foreign currency. Okay. If RBI reference rate is applicable, point A. If RBI reference rate is not available, point B. Whereas point C is No, sir, none of the currency is Indian rupees. Foreign currency is exchanged for another foreign currency. In that case, if both of this is converted into Indian rupees, at what amount it will be? We are just checking it for calculation purpose. Both calculate Indian rupees. Take whichever is lower. 1% of that. 1% of that. I have given one example, illustration number 2. But before that, guys, whatever we have learned here, no, it is a part of clause A. Clause A. Okay, na? Yes. Clause B will come later, which is below. We will see. Provided also that a person supplying the services may exercise the option to ascertain the value in terms of clause B for financial year, and such option shall not be withdrawn during the remaining part of that financial year. Means, guys, please be careful. This rule itself is giving an option to whom? Supplier. You can decide your value of supply as per this. Okay. But for authorized dealer who is converting one currency to another currency, no, for him there is two choice here. You either follow clause A. Clause A covers what and all point? A, B and C. If not, you can follow clause B. Clause B is very similar to slab rates. We have learned slab rates in income tax, no? Very similar to that. Sir, can I keep on changing it throughout the year? No. Once you choose either clause A or clause B, for the entire year, you follow the same. Means for 1 year, one clause mandatory. You cannot keep on changing every month. Sir, clause A this month. Oh no, I didn't like. Next month I will change. No. You cannot keep on changing. Consistency should be there at least for 1 year. At least for 1 year. Okay. I have an illustration for this. Illustration number 2. Let me see it. Pay attention. Calculate the value of supply in the following case as per clause A of rule 32 sub rule 2. If 1100 US dollar is exchanged for 880 UK pounds, that is United Kingdom pounds, both are not Indian rupees. Both are not Indian rupees. One foreign currency is exchanged for another foreign currency. Yes, sir. Check what is the exchange rate. If this was converted into Indian rupees, if it was, what is the exchange rate? 1 US dollar is equal to 90 rupees. 1 UK pound is equal to rupees 120. Now convert both of this into Indian rupees. Convert both of this into Indian rupees. How much is that? 90 into how many US dollar people? 1100. Convert. We will get in Indian rupees. Or another side. 120 into how many UK pounds? 880. Convert it. So now did we get both in Indian rupees? Yes. 99,000 or 1,05,600. Should we take whichever is higher or lower? Lower. So how much is that, people? 99,000. 99,000 into 1% is the value of supply. Is the value of supply. See, this kind of questions and all, if they ask, oh, sir, full easy, but provided you remember it. And easy, guys. I don't think anything is tough here. Clear. And just by seeing the question, you can easily tell, okay, what to apply or how to calculate the value of supply. Got it now? Yes. You can take down all this illustration. I will first finish it off. Okay. Or else do one thing. Clause A we have done. We need to enter to clause B. Before that, you better take that. Just mention illustration 1. Below, above this, just mention rule 32 and then take. You mention rule 32 and then take. First illustration. Second one is this. Yeah, now let us see clause B. Guys, please be careful. Clause A as well as clause B, both are applicable for authorized dealer only. He can choose any one as per his convenience. But once he select any one clause, you need to make sure that for throughout the year, he will follow the same. He will follow the same. Sir, can he change it for the next financial year? Yes. If he wants, he can change it for next financial year. What is clause B telling? As per clause B, at the option of the supplier, again it is an option, of services, the value in relation to the supply of foreign currency, including money changing, shall be deemed to be up to 1 lakh. That is up to 1 lakh rupees if it is exchanged. Then 1% of the gross amount of currency exchange or 250, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher. For example, simple. Assume, guys, Indian rupees exchange is 50,000. 50,000 into 1% or 250, whichever is higher. Or else, sir, only 10,000 is exchange, sir. 10,000 or 1%, which, 10,000 into 1% or 250, whichever is higher. Sir, 80,000 is exchange, sir. Same story. 80,000 into 1% or 250, whichever is higher. Sir, what if the amount exchange is more than 1 lakh, but up to 10 lakh? Then up to 1 lakh, it is 1%. Up to 1 lakh, 1%. Comes to how much, people? 1,000. Plus, over and above 1 lakh, it would be 0.5% of the gross amount of currency exchange. That means, listen here. Assume 5 lakh rupees Indian currency is exchanged. So on 1 lakh, it is 1%, which comes to 1,000. Plus remaining is how much? 4 lakh. On 4 lakh, it is 0.5%. Sir, assume the Indian currency exchange is 8 lakh. In that case, on 1 lakh, that is on the first 1 lakh, 1%, which comes to 1,000. Plus on the remaining 7 lakh, it would be 0.5%. Is that clear? Yes. Sir, what if it is more than 10 lakhs, sir? Then 5,500 is fixed. Sir, how do we get 5,500? The above two slabs. It is very similar to slab rates, guys. Up to 1 lakh, it is 1% of 1 lakh comes to 1,000. Okay. Plus remaining 9 lakh is here, no? More than 1 to 10, 9 lakh. On 9 lakh, 0.5 comes to how much? 4,500. So 1,000 year, 4,500 year. Total comes to how much? 4,500. Sorry, 5,500. I repeat, here 1,000 people, here it would be 4,500. How did I get 1,000? 1 lakh into 1%. How did I get 4,000? Sir, difference between 10 and 9 lakh, sorry, 10 and 1 lakh is 9 lakh. On 9 lakh, 0.5%. Okay. If I add up both, 5,500. Or more than 10 lakh, how much ever is there on that, it is 0.1% of gross amount of currency exchange. Okay. Or 60,000, whichever is lower. Listen here, I will explain. Assume the Indian currency exchange is 12 lakh. What should I do now? Up to 10 lakh, 5,500 fix. Up to 10 lakh, 5,500 fix. How do we calculate that also? I explained it. In excess of 10 lakh, how much is there? 2 lakh. On 2 lakh, take 0.1%. Whatever we get, add it for 5,500. Then the aggregate you compare with 60,000, take whichever is lower. Take whichever is lower, guys. And once this option is exercised during any part of the year, it should be continued throughout the year. In between the year, you cannot go out. So for a person who is exchanging the currency, guys, he has option either clause A or clause B. Okay, sir. I have an illustration for this. I will discuss it. I have taken different amounts, guys. Three different amounts I have taken. Calculate the value of supply in the following case as per clause B of rule 32 sub rule 2. Assume the Indian rupees exchange is 2 lakh only. In that case, guys, on first 1 lakh, it is 1% of 1 lakh, which comes to 1,000 or 250, whichever is higher, 1,000. 1,000. Remaining is how much? 1 lakh. More than 1 lakh up to 10 lakh. How much is that? It is 0.5%. But here it is only up to 2 lakh. So what is the difference between 2 lakh and 1 lakh, people? 1 lakh. So on 1 lakh, we will take 0.5% plus above 1,000. Above 1,000. Okay. How much it is coming to? 1,500. So the value of supply is 1,500. Next amount. Second amount, I am taking it as 8 lakh. Okay. For 8 lakh, how much, sir? So here straight away 1,000 I am taking. Sir, how do we get 1,000? I have already shown you here. Same way. Okay. So straight away I am going to the second slab. Second slab, more than 1 lakh up to 10 lakh. How much, people? How much is it? 0.5%. But I will stop it at 8 lakh only. I will stop it at 8 lakh only. So what is the difference between 8 lakh and 1 lakh? 7. On 7 lakh, 0.5% comes to how much, people? 7 lakh into 0.5% comes to 3,500. So 3,500 plus 1,000, which I would have got in the above slab. So the total value of supply comes to how much? 4,500. 4,500. Okay. Last one. Last one, I am taking it as 25 lakh, more than 10 lakh. So the first two slabs remain same. Yes. What is the amount of that two slabs? 5,500. How do we get it? Should I explain? On 1 lakh, first 1,000. On remaining 9 lakh, it would be 4,500. So the total comes to 5,500. Plus, in excess of 10 lakh, how much is there, people? In excess of 10 lakh, it would be 15 lakh. 15 lakh. So on 15 lakh, it is 0.1%. Okay, sir. So 0.1% on 15 lakh comes to how much? 1500, huh? 1500. Yes, sir. So 1500 plus 5500 as per the above two slabs. How much do we get? 7000. Compare that with 60,000. Take whichever is lower. Take whichever is lower, which comes to 7,000. Hope you understood, guys. 5,500 I have taken directly. If you want, you can show that calculation also. For 1 lakh, first 1,000. From one more than 1 lakh to 10 lakh, which comes to 9 lakh. On that 9 lakh, it comes to how much? 4,500. As per the slab. You know, na? I have already shown the calculation. I will repeat that. See, on up to 1 lakh, it is 1 lakh into 1%, 1,000 or 250, whichever is higher, 1,000. Next, second part, more than 1 lakh up to 10 lakh. The difference is 9 lakh. On 9 lakh, 0.5% comes to how much? 4,500. If I add up both 1,000 plus 4,500, we will get how much, people? 5,500. 5,500. Hope you guys understood. Yeah, make a note of it. Take down. This is clause B. Please be careful. I have mentioned it anyway in the illustration. If you want, you can also give an heading. Clause B of rule 32, subrule 2. In income tax, we had slab rates. No, very similar to that, guys. Slab rates. Similar calculation, but obviously the figures are not same, but the calculation or the concept behind this is similar to slab rates. Yes. Next, rule 32, subrule 3, guys. It talks about different kind of business. We are done with the exchange service. Next one. Value of supply of services in relation to booking of tickets for travel by air provided by an air travel agent. Now, air travel agent is helping you to book the tickets. No. For that, he will be charging you commission, right? Yes. What is the value of supply for it? Even that guy can either follow whatever is given in section 15.1, whatever commission is charging, that is straight away value of supply. If not, he can follow this rule. It is an option given to him. What is it? The value of supply of services in relation to booking of tickets for travel by air provided by a air travel agent shall be deemed to be an amount calculated at the rate of 5% of the basic fare in case of domestic booking. That is within India, if you are booking a ticket, then 5% of basic fare, or if it is an international booking, 10% of basic fare, guys, which is double. This is the value of supply for whom? The agent who is helping a person to book the tickets, air tickets. Okay. Sir, what is that basic fare? For the purpose of this subrule, the expression basic fare means that part of airfare on which commission is normally paid to the air travel agent by the airlines. Clear? Means this is the amount on which the air travel agent will earn the commission. Guys, actually whatever commission you will earn is the actual value of supply. If you calculate it as per section 15.1. If you want, you can follow that. If not, the rules. Rules is not telling the amount of commission. They are telling 5% of basic fare or 10% of the basic fare. Is that clear? Option is suppliers. Next, insurance business. Subrule 4. Value of supply of services in relation to life insurance business. The value of supply of services in relation to life insurance business shall be A. The gross premium charged from the policy holder reduced by the amount allocated for the investment or savings on behalf of the policy holder. If such an amount is intimated to a policy holder at the time of supply of service. This is for life insurance, guys. Please be careful. We call something called as endowment policy. Endowment policy will have two things under that covers. Okay, what is it? Is one, it will cover the life risk, life exposure. The other one is investment exposure. Means when I purchase any endowment policy, it is nothing but life insurance policy means, but it will cover two things. One is in the form of investment, the other one is with respect to life security. Okay. Assume, guys, every year I am paying a 1 lakh premium for my life insurance policy. In that 60,000 is for life coverage, 40,000 is for what? Investment. 40,000 is towards what? Investment. In that case, they are telling gross premium charged is how much in my example? 1 lakh. Okay. Reduced by the amount allocated for investment. Amount, how much is allocated for investment? 40,000. That means remaining is what? 60,000. 60,000. That is the value of supply here. Okay. In case of single premium annuity policy, other than A, single annuity means, guys, it is like this. I will pay in one lump sum to insurance company. They will pay me in return in installments. Ullas, how they will pay me? Installment, like pension. Clear? Because when assume I am a private employee, now after I retire, sir, I want some regular income. In that case, I will purchase an annuity policy for which I will pay the lump sum amount. In return, they will pay me in installment. It is also called as the pension part, guys. Okay. In that case, 10% of the single premium charged from the policy holder. Assume I have taken an annuity policy where I am paying 1 crore. Now, is entire 1 crore the value of supply? No, they told 10% of it. And it will be single premium from my side. Whereas you will pay me till I am there. Or else there will be an agreed period like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years like that. Till that agreed period end, you will be paying. You are an insurance company. Okay? Yes. Last one. In all other cases, 25% of the premium charged from the policyholder in the first year and 12.5% of the premium charged from the policyholder in subsequent year. Means whatever is not covered in A and B, they told for the first year, whatever premium the insurance company will charge, no, 25% of that is the value of supply. Whereas from second to subsequent years, it is 12.5% off of it. Okay, please be careful. This percentage has to be applied on what? The premium amount which insurance company is collecting. Okay. Proviso is telling, provided that nothing contained in this sub rule shall apply where the entire premium by the policy holder is only towards the risk coverage in life insurance. Means whatever premium I am paying, if it is only for covering the risk of my life, then they're telling, don't apply this rule. Don't apply this rule at all. Is that clear? Means this rule is applicable for the policy which has both the exposures, guys. That is life along with investment. Or moreover, this actually annuity plan and all, it is more about investment only. Clear? Annuity plan is, guys, I have a huge amount with me. I have sold my property or I have retired. I have received some gratuity or any lump sum amount I have received. Now, if I keep it with me, I will spend it. I will lose it. So what I thought is I will purchase an annuity plan where the insurance company will receive the lump sum amount, but they will start paying me in what? Installment. Very similar to my salary. Correct? So that my regular expenses will be taken care. Clear? It is similarly as pension is paid by the employer. No, but pension normally is paid by which employer? Government employer. Whereas private employees doesn't have the option of what? The benefit of pension. So those people can make use of such policies, guys. Okay. Fourth point. Where a taxable supply is provided by a person dealing in buying and selling of second-hand goods, used goods as such, or after such minor processing, which does not change the nature of the goods, and where no input tax credit has been availed on the purchase of such goods, the value of supply shall be the difference between what? The selling price and purchase price. It is nothing but profit. And where the value of such supply is negative, it shall be ignored. Means if it is a loss, ignore it. Profit means value of supply. Loss means ignore it. Guys, simple. Assume I am engaged in, I am an authorized dealer. I buy car and sell it second hand. Say clear. I repeat. I will buy a car which is already used, not the new car. I will buy a second hand car. Maybe I will do some processing, some repairs, maintenance work. I will make the car look like new. Not exactly new, look like new. Okay. And I sold to the customers. I bought the car for 5 lakh, sold it for 8 lakh. What is my profit margin? 3 lakh. That is my value of supply. That is my value of supply, provided I have not claimed credit on my purchases. Sir, if I have claimed credit on my purchases, then we need to follow normal value of supply, which is given in section 15, guys. Is that clear? Yes. And if it is a loss, for example, assume I purchased for 5 lakh, I couldn't find a good buyer. So I sold it at a very less price, 4 lakh. 1 lakh loss. What is the value of supply? Zero. Zero. There is no negative value of supply, guys. Please be careful. Provided that purchase value of the goods repossessed from a defaulting borrower who is not registered from the purpose for the purpose of recovery of loan or debt shall be deemed to be the purchase price of such goods by the defaulting borrower, reduced by 5% for every quarter or part thereof, between the date of purchase and date of disposal by a person making such repossession. Guys, listen here. This is interesting. You know, hypothecation, or whenever you have purchased anything on EMI basis, if you default the payment, then they have all the right to repossess the vehicle. Assume I have purchased the car on the EMI basis, on loan basis. Now, every month I am supposed to pay 15,000 EMI. They will wait for 3 months, 4 months and all. If I don't pay, they will give chance. But assume I have not paid. I have defaulted the EMI for 6 months. Can they come and repossess my vehicle? Yes, they have repossessed my vehicle. And now, will they resell it? Yes. What is the value of the supply for them? Assume bank has repossessed my vehicle and they are reselling it. Simple. Guys, when I purchase the car, assume it is 10 lakh. Assume it is 10 lakh. Okay, sir. 10 lakh is the value. I will write it here. 10 lakh is the value. Cost to the borrower. I am the defaulting borrower. Correct. What is the cost of the car for me? 10 lakh. Assume I used it for 6 months. Later, the bank repossessed it. And they took 2 months to sell it. Totally, assume 3 quarters is a time gap between the date of purchase of vehicle by me till the date of sale by whom? The repossessor. Okay, that is bank in my case. Okay, yes. Totally 3 quarters. So for each quarter, I need to reduce 5%. Totally, how much should I reduce now? 15%. That is 5% into 3 quarters. So how much it comes to people? 1.5 lakh. 1.5 lakh. Remaining is how much? 8.5 lakh. Is that clear? So what is the value of supply? What is the purchase price for the repossessor or the bank in my example? It would be 8.5 lakh, guys. You can see the purchase value would be 8.5 and not 10 lakh. Now assume this vehicle is sold by bank for 9 lakh. What is the value of supply? 50,000. 50,000. Assume bank has sold it for only 7 lakh 50. Value of supply is 0. Value of supply is 0. Hope you guys are understanding. Clear? If any repossessed vehicle is sold, then we need to take what is the cost of this goods to the defaulting borrower, reduce 5% for each quarter or part of the quarter from the date of purchase till the date it is sold. Then the remaining we will get it as purchase value. This you compare it with what people? Sale value. This you compare it with sale value. Did you guys get it? Yes. Sure. Done. Next, 5. The value of token or a voucher or a coupon or a stamp other than postage stamp, which is redeemable against the supply of goods or services or both, shall be equal to the money value of the goods or services or both, redeemable against such token, voucher, coupon or stamp. Assume, guys, I have a coupon whose worth is 500. Now using this, I can buy the goods worth how much? 500. So what is the value of this coupon? 500. That's what they are telling. This is more like a clarification, guys. Clear? Yes. We already discussed actually with respect to coupon, vouchers and all. What is the time of supply? We already discussed. Yes, there was also a one clarification with respect to it. Government is thinking to remove all this voucher concept and all, but not completely. If at all, if it is removed later, we will look into it as an amendment. Clear? As on today, sir, is it still a part of our syllabus? Yes. Next, 6th one. The value of taxable services provided by such class of service providers as may be notified by the government on the recommendation of GST Council as referred to in paragraph 2 of Schedule 1 of said Act between distinct person as referred to in section 25 where input tax credit is available shall be deemed to be nil. Guys, para 2 of Schedule 1 you remember? Supply between distinct person or registered person. Here they are telling if there is a supply between a distinct person, but supply of what? Services. Services. They're telling if recipient is eligible to claim input tax credit, then we consider the value of that supply of service as nil. I repeat, there is a supplier, there is a recipient. They are supplying what? Services. And they both are, they are not talking about related person. They are talking only about distinct person here. Okay, they both are distinct person. And if recipient is eligible to claim ITC, they're telling the value of supply between the supplier and recipient, which is without consideration. It is without consideration, guys. Okay. They're telling the value of supply is nil. Value of supply is nil. Sir, what if it is goods? What if it is a goods? By using valuation rules, we need to calculate the value. Or else, sir, it is a service, but recipient is not eligible to claim ITC. In that case, should we determine the value? Yes, as per valuation rules. As per valuation rules. Sir, what if supplier and recipient is a related person? There is a supply without consideration. Should we apply valuation rules and determine value of supply? Yes, we should. Yes, fine. Done with it. Then rule 34, guys. Rate of exchange of currency other than Indian rupees for determination of value of supply. Especially, guys, when consideration is received in foreign currency. When consideration is received in foreign currency. Should we convert that into Indian rupees to determine value of supply? Yes, value of supply as per section 15 should always be at Indian rupees. So if by chance, sir, supplier has received the money from recipient in foreign currency, he should convert it into Indian rupees. No. What exchange rate should I take? On what day? Who will notify it? Is given in rule 34. For goods separate, for service separate, guys. The rate of exchange for determination of value of taxable goods shall be applicable rate of exchange as notified by board. Which board? CBIC under section 14 of Customs Act 1961 on the date of time of supply of such goods as per section 12 of CGST Act. Guys, section 12 of CGST Act talks about what? Time of supply of goods. Now they are telling on that day, whatever is the exchange rate as notified by whom? CBIC on that day. Which day? Which day? On the date of time of supply for goods as determined under section 12. We already covered no separate chapter for time of supply. As per that, first we need to decide time of supply. What is the date? Assume it is 10th December. On that day, what is the exchange rate notified for this currency which the supplier has received? No? On that day, what is the exchange rate notified by the CBIC? Okay. Second one for services. The rate of exchange for determination of value of taxable services shall be the applicable rate of exchange determined as per the generally accepted accounting principle, that is GAAP, on the date of time of supply of such services in terms of section 13. As per section 13. Means, guys, please be careful. Here CBIC Allah. Exchange rate as notified as per what? GAAP. That is generally accepted accounting principle. On what day? Because exchange rate will be keep on changing from day to day. On what day should we take it? Type of supply of services as per section 30, which we already learned for services, guys. Okay. Please be careful with this because sometimes intentionally they will give different exchange rate and all. Okay, for example, here they may give you to confuse exchange rate notified by CBIC also they will give, or exchange rate notified by RBI also they will give, or central government, just to confuse you. Will you take all that? No, no. We will take what is notified by board. Same way, here we will take determined as per what? GAAP. Yes, sir. Then rule 35. Actually, rule 35 I already covered, guys. In the provision book also I have given it. If value whatever is there, if it already includes GST, how to calculate the value part? For example, MRP goods, you know, na? Okay, pre-packed items. Sir, will they collect GST separately? No. MRP already includes GST, people. Assume I am buying a product for 1000 rupees, which already includes 18% GST. How will I calculate value component in it? Simple. 1000 divided by. Assume the GST rate is 18%. So 100 plus 18, 118. If I want to calculate value, then into 100. This will give you what? Value of supply. 1000 is what? Please be careful. Including GST. Sir, now assume I want to compute GST component, sir. In that case, 1000 divided by 118 into 18 into 18. Hope you guys are understanding. Guys, do you remember if any additional amount is received by the supplier in the form of interest, late fee, penalty, we used to do this. I already taught you. We already solved questions also on this. Hope you guys remember it. Clear? Yes. Whenever there is a interest, late fee or penalty collected by supplier for delay in payment from whom? Recipient. Then normally if nothing is mentioned, can we consider that interest, late fee or penalty is inclusive of GST? Yes. In that case, how do we determine the value part? Like this. Hope you understood. This part we have actually already covered, but I just repeated here. Okay, so that you will know what are the rules in the order, guys. Yes. That's all, guys.